What's going on? Oh, it's the aftermath. Parker versus Joyce. After the fight, recap. Thanks for tuning in. So basically, Joyce wins by KO in round 11. So we're going to do a quick recap on that. So, Joyce, does what he does best in this fight. He applies the pressure constantly, with the power shots, the power jab, from the get-go, from round one, he's dominating with the jab. He's controlling the fight, he's pushing Parker back consistently. And Parker has, nowhere to go. He's getting backed into a corner. And because Parker's put on the weight, it's harder for him to move, against a strong guy like Joyce, because Parker's intention was to knock him out. So he's trying to knock him out, he's trying to hurt him with a single shot. And he's noticing that that's not working. He's noticing that Joyce isn't phased from these shots. Joyce is coming back even stronger. Once he lands, Joyce is landing a couple of more. So I mean, it's a very clear indication here that, Joyce is the stronger guy. Joyce is the more dominant one. Joyce, as I expected, was going to bring the fight to Parker. And what I didn't expect was Parker to stay on the outside, because he's working with Andy Lee, he saw him going forward against Chisora. I didn't expect Parker to be on the outside and landing single shots. I thought that he would be on the outside but coming in inside the pocket, landing multiple combinations, multiple shots against Joyce. Try to break the big man down, body shots, things like that. I mean, he was throwing body shots and overhand mites, but it wasn't enough. He wasn't busy enough. And most importantly, his head was in the wrong place. His head was basically a target for Joyce. Joyce being the stronger guy, being the taller guy, that was basically target practice for him, because Parker didn't really have any natural movement in the corner. He didn't really have any space to work with, because Joyce was backing him in the corner every round, and Parker was turning in a way that he was unable to read Joyce's right hand. Joyce kept tagging him with that same shot on the side of the head, because Parker's turning his whole body. He's unable to dodge it. He's standing upright instead of keeping low. What he should have been doing here is trying to get under Joyce's chin, trying to get his head under his chin, land a couple of flurries. But most importantly, he needed to land in volume, and he done that in the 10th round, I believe. He landed a triple hook on Joyce, which was very effective. But at that time, Joyce has already broken him down. He's already, dominated the fight. He's already hurt Parker, numerous times. You've seen Parker in the ring, and it looks like, he can't continue, and then he, out of nowhere, he's throwing power shots, and that's what's keeping him in the fight. But he took a big beating, He took a big beating. Definitely, got broken down every round. Definitely wasn't his day. And Joyce, dominated, shocked everybody. Everybody thought that Joyce would win on points, but he won by knockout. Won by knockout, I should say. So even his promotion team was in shock, that he won the way that he did. A lot of people thought, like I said, he'll win on points. He was the favourite. Some people thought Parker would win. I thought that he would win by stoppage in the late rounds. I thought that he'll win by KO, I should say. I thought that, with Parker's new style, trying to knock out Joyce is a very hard task when you've never seen him on the canvas, you know, and I think that was a wrong move from Parker trying to knock him out with a single shot. You know, you got to chop him down, you know, and it just shows how good his chin really is, you know, and I mentioned this, you know, Joyce has an iron chin, Parker has a granite chin. You know, we saw Parker in one fight and we saw Joyce, you know, stand tall and not get dropped at all from anybody. So I mean, it was definitely Joyce's fight. He fought the perfect fight. He controlled the fight from the get-go. He tried to take out Parker in the 6 to 7 rounds, you know, around that mark. You know, he was getting stronger. His momentum was getting more. Parker was getting broken down. And because Parker was turning all the time, Joyce was throwing that right hand, you know, I was getting him on the side of the head, but not only that, I was opening up Joyce with the left hook, you know, so, and that's what ended the fight, you know, because Parker's going to Joyce's left side, trying to avoid the right. He's walking straight into the left hook, you know. You got to understand Joyce is throwing body shots, he's throwing jabs, and once the left hook lands to the face, that's the fight, you know, that's the fight. And what does this mean for Joyce? This means that he now can get a title shot. You know, you can apply the pressure to get a title shot against Usyk. Now, Usyk's a guy that did beat him, you know, a long time ago. Not professionally, but, you know, he did beat him in the amateurs, I believe. So, you know, he could possibly get a rematch with Usyk. I believe that Usyk wants to fight Wilder next. I'm not sure if that's going to go ahead, but, I mean, Joyce can definitely pile on the pressure to fight Usyk. For Joseph Parker, you know, I'm not sure what he's going to do next. He is saying that he wants to fight. Maybe he can run it back against Dillian White. You know, they're both coming off a loss now. So, I mean, that's probably a good fight for him. You know, in the UK, run it back against White. But as for the juggernaut Joyce, you know, he's shown time and time again, you know, that he's a threat to the heavyweight division. And I believe that he silenced a lot of people, you know. I believe that a lot of people thought that he would be too slow, Parker will be too fast, you know, he will outbox him. And this was a clear indication that he outboxed Parker and he outlanded him and he controlled the fight and he had the more power, you know. He beat him on all aspects. And I've said this, you know, countless times, that Joyce may be slow, but he's very accurate, you know. He's a very accurate heavyweight. He doesn't really waste much punches, you know what I mean? So, I mean, thanks for tuning in once again, man. It is the Aftermath. Look forward to your take on it. Look forward to the comments. And I'll catch you guys all soon, man. Peace. God bless. Have a good one. Peace.